Hey guys, welcome to another new video. Today we'll be doing a review of Tenet, the upcoming executive condo in Tampines. So Tenet will be launching end of November and will be the only EC in the East that will be launching in 2022 and 2023. The developers Qingjian and Santali bought the land at a price of $658 per square feet per plot ratio. For comparison, CDL and MCL bought the land for Copen Grand at a price of around $603 per square feet per plot ratio. So we can expect Tenet to be priced a little higher than Copen Grand. Do note that for this video I won't be going too in depth about the development itself, but I will give more of an overview and my opinion of it. But if you need more information about the project, do feel free to reach out to me and I'll send you all the information you need. Now on to the review. We will be going through a few criteria. Firstly, we'll look at the location and amenities, transport and accessibility, the actual development itself, the launch price, and the exit strategy. Firstly, for the location, Tenet is located in Tampines North, just beside the TPE. So you would imagine that the external facing stacks would experience quite a bit of road noise coming from the expressway. Other than that, there's another land plot beside Tenet that's reserved for another EC. And the surrounding buildings around Tenet are mostly relatively new BTO flats. For primary schools within 1 km, you have Angsana Primary and Elias Park Primary. For surrounding amenities, you're just a 5-minute walk away from Tampines Eco Green. You're also just a few bus stops away from Tampines Central, where you can find malls like Tampines 1, Century Square, Tampines Mall, and our Tampines Hub. There will also be a future integrated development connected to Tampines North MRT itself, where you can find shops, supermarkets, and F&B establishments. So for the location, it's relatively near TPE and quite a distance from the Tampines Central itself, with not much surrounding amenities yet. But once you travel into the Tampines Town Centre, you do see the advantage of staying in a mature estate. So I give the location a 6 out of 10 and maybe will increase to a 7 out of 10 when the integrated development is completed. For accessibility, you're only a 7-minute walk or 600 meters away from the future Tampines North MRT station, which is quite a rare find since most ECs will be situated in more ulu parts of the town. This MRT will connect you to the East-West line via Pasir Ris, the North-East line via Hougang, the North-South line via Ang Mo Kio, and the Thomson East Coast line via Bright Hill. The Cross Island line will however only be ready in 2030, but fret not, there's a bus interchange that is slated to open by the end of 2022, so there should be plenty of buses to take you wherever you need to be. And the advantage of being just beside the TPE is that you are just a 2 to 3 minutes drive away from the entrances and exits of the expressway. This gives you easy access to the rest of Singapore if you're driving. For example, driving to Raffles Place will only take you around 25 minutes if the roads are clear. So for accessibility, I will give it a 6 out of 10, and this will go up to an 8 out of 10 once the Cross Island line is ready. Now for the development itself, it's developed by Qingjian and Santali. Qingjian is a reputable developer with a slew of ECs under its belt. Examples are Bellwaters, Bellwoods, and Water Bay. Their portfolio also consists of private condos like Jadescape and Forward at Bukit Timah, which Tenet has 618 units and have 11 blocks of 15 stories, with units ranging from 3 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms. The development itself is also quite an ambitious one. As you can see from the artist impressions and the renders, the developers and architects are trying to instill a sense of luxury in this humble EC project. It even comes with an infinity pool above the multi-story car park. Now most condos will come with just basement parking, but I think for Tenet it makes sense for the developers to build a multi-story car park as it acts as a buffer for the expressway. Other than the multi-story car park, they do also get basement parking, and the parking lots are at a 1-to-1 ratio, so 618 units and 618 parking lots with some provisions for electric charging in the future. Other than that, everything else is quite standard. Now most of the units are either facing northeast or southwest. For the layouts, they are quite similar to whatever the market is offering these days, which is a good thing. And most units actually come with a study corner, which is a nice touch if you need space to put your study desk. I think one big appeal of Tenet is the vacant possession date. So the developers quoted August 2026, which is less than 4 years away, compared to other ECs like North Gaia and Copen Grand, which are slated to complete only in mid to late 2027. For the development itself, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. There are some cool and luxury features in the development itself, but the rest of the development is quite standard, which is actually quite a good thing. The prices for Tenet are not out yet, but we can do an estimate based on how much the developer bought the land for. So for this plot of land, the developers bought it for $658 per square feet per plot ratio. This translates to a break-even price of around $1,131. So assuming the developers want to make about a 20% profit, they would then have to price the units at an average of $1,350 per square feet. Then you may be thinking, wow, $1,350 per square feet for an EC, it's quite expensive, no? Yeah, I would say it's expensive for an EC, but then again, every year land prices do increase and developers have to make a profit. But comparing to new launch condos, I would say it's actually dirt cheap. For example, Sky Eden at Bedok, which launched in August this year, sold at an average of a whopping $2,100 per square feet. Seneca Residences, the upcoming mixed development in Tanah Merah, is going to be selling for at least $1,800 per square feet. If you are looking at buying a condo or upgrading from a HDB flat, isn't it a no-brainer to go for an EC instead of paying the 25 to 40% premium you would have for a private condominium? But of course, you need to be eligible to buy an EC in the first place. So if you can afford and are eligible for one, it's really a no-brainer. So for the price, I would give it a 10 out of 10. As you can see, Tenet is surrounded by relatively new BTOs, which make up the ready pool of buyers when you plan to make your exit maybe in 10 years time. HDB upgraders will typically choose a condo in a neighborhood that they are already immersed in and are familiar with. So Tenet would definitely be one of the choices in their radar. Furthermore, resale ECs in Tampines boast both a high transaction volume and high appreciation when they enter the resale market. So conservatively, you can expect a growth of around 3% year on year, which brings your annualized returns to be around 6 to 7%. You might even see a larger growth since the price difference between new launch ECs and new launch condos now are so wide. When the ECs enter the resale market, they are typically only 5 to 10% cheaper than their private counterparts. So there is indeed a lot of room for price appreciation if you buy an EC in today's market. You may also see the benefit of the transformation of Paya Lebar Air Base since you are located relatively close to that area. So for exit strategy, like almost every other EC, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Yep, so for the final scores, if you buy the condo as is now, it will be a 40 out of 50. And once the cross island line and the integrated development is completed, it will go up to a 43 out of 50. As you can see, the score is really high, largely due to the price and the exit strategy, which are characteristics of an EC in the first place. So if you're eligible as a first or second timer and can afford to buy a unit at Tenet, I really think you should go ahead and buy one. If you wish to know more about Tenet or want to try to ballot for a unit there, do contact me. My number is flashing on the screen now. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!